Yo, what is up guys? It's me exactly. How y'all doing? Hope you're all having a fantastic day wherever you are, but by now you guys all know the drill. We got a handful of NBA games to take a look at today, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into this. Lego. To start off the video, on a night where Victor Oladipo went 4 of 15 from the field to only score 12 points, the Indiana Pacers still wound up getting the 111-99 win over the Dallas Mavericks. And this is largely in part to the bench of the Indiana Pacers, as Tyreke Evans and Domantas Sabonis both played extremely well. Evans with 19 points, while Sabonis added 16 points and 11 rebounds. Another reason why the Dallas Mavericks won this game though is because they were able to completely contain Luka Doncic, forcing him into one of his worst games of his career so far, with just 8 points on 3 of 14 shooting. Miles Turner saying after the game that we made him uncomfortable. It was a team effort, we were just trying to be more physical with him. And the Pacers actually did such a good job of defending Luka Doncic that they also caused him to earn the first ejection of his career, as Doncic kicked the basketball to earn his second technical of the night in the fourth quarter. And after the game he said that he was just frustrated over having one of the worst games of his career, that he didn't know kicking the basketball like that would get him ejected, and he also threw in a joke about how he likes to play football or soccer as well. If only you could just use your history of playing another sport for an excuse in the NBA. I'm sure Draymond Green would have claimed to be a professional kickboxer by now. Okay, so I can't be the only guy who feels kinda bad for Devin Booker here. The man was so determined to make the playoffs this year, talking about last year was the last year not making the playoffs, and yet here we are once again. Devin Booker played great last night with 32 points and 11 assists, but the Phoenix Suns still lose to the Charlotte Hornets. This game was never even close, 135 to 115. It was a balanced attack that got Charlotte this win, but Kemba Walker and Jeremy Lamb led the way. Walker with 21 points and Lamb with 18 points. I do want to say though that at least Kelly Oubre Jr. has been looking pretty good for the Phoenix Suns. He had 24 points last night. Josh Richardson's 26 points and Deion Waiters' 21 points off the bench were more than enough to get the Miami Heat the win over the Chicago Bulls last night, 117 to 103 the final score. The real story of this game though was Dwayne Wade playing his last game in his hometown city of Chicago. Wade in this game having a pretty solid game all around with 14 points and 10 rebounds. And after the game, Dwayne Wade had this to say about playing his last game in Chicago. "I wasn't coming off that floor until I got that win. That's how I wanted to end my last game here. I didn't want to go out and score 30 or anything like that. It doesn't matter as much as getting the win." Well, he was playing against the 2019 Chicago Bulls, so he really didn't have to worry too much about the Miami Heat failing to get this win. It may have been a little bit closer than Boston Celtics fans were comfortable with, and it may have been even a little closer than I think a lot of NBA fans may have expected it to be, but in the end, the Boston Celtics still did wind up getting the 113 to 105 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Kyrie Irving once again having a great game with 32 points. Meanwhile for the Hawks, Kevin Huerter continues to step up in the absence of Kent Bazemore with 18 points. In this game though, Marcus Smart got ejected as he and DeAndre Bembry fought a little bit during a jump ball, and Marcus Smart in this fight really looked like he wanted to go at DeAndre Bembry, as even though he was being restrained by some of his teammates, Marcus Smart managed to break free and then once again charge at DeAndre Bembry. Really wanted to know more about this, but unfortunately Marcus Smart was not available for comments after this game, so Kyrie Irving was left to fill in, and Kyrie said that we accept Marcus Smart for who he is. It's our responsibility to pick him up. Luke Walton said that before this game started that one of the goals heading into this game, besides winning of course, was to prevent James Harden from scoring his third straight 50-point game. Well, I have some good news for Los Angeles Lakers fans and some bad news for Los Angeles Lakers fans, as the Los Angeles Lakers were able to do one of those things. They stopped James Harden from scoring 50 points, but they still lost the game, 138 to 134 in overtime. And even though they stopped James Harden from scoring 48 points, the man still lit up the Los Angeles Lakers. 48 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 4 steals in this one, while Eric Gordon also returned for the Houston Rockets to score 30 points. Meanwhile, for the Los Angeles Lakers, Kyle Kuzma tried with 32 points. By the way, James Harden in this game scoring 22 of his 48 points in the fourth quarter and overtime combined. Also, even more bad news for the Los Angeles Lakers, as Lonzo Ball injured his ankle in the third quarter. Yep, the Los Angeles Lakers, who are already without LeBron and Rondo, will now most likely be without Lonzo as well. well. Ball had 8 points and 11 assists before he had to exit the game. And speaking of exiting the game, Luke Walton also had to exit this game a bit early, as he got ejected, as he would not stop arguing that he feels Lonzo Ball was fouled during the play that he got injured. And Brandon Ingram said after the game that the reason the Los Angeles Lakers lost was because Lonzo Ball got injured, and he knew that right when Lonzo went out. Right when Lonzo went out, that's exactly when it went away. We lost the momentum a little bit. You lost the momentum a lot, it seems. That's kind of why you lost the game. The Denver Nuggets are in the Western Conference, so they only get 2 free wins of the season against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and they claimed one of them last night. 124-102 the final score. Nikola Jokic with yet another triple-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists for him last night, while Jamal Murray also played well with 26 points. And after this game, both Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray were talking about why they feel the Denver Nuggets were able to escape with this win, with Nikola Jokic saying that they were focused and that they played the right way from the get-go, while on the other hand, Jamal Murray said that the Nuggets played with a lot of energy and played strong for 4 quarters. And all of that's great. I do think that's true for the most part, but we all know the biggest reason why the Denver Nuggets won this game was because they were playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Giannis Antetokounmpo scores 25 points to go along with 13 rebounds and 5 assists, but the man of the night for the Milwaukee Bucks wasn't Giannis. It was Eric Bledsoe, as he was the one receiving all of the praise after the game for his 30 points and 7 rebounds in the Bucks' 118-108 win over the Orlando Magic. Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course, the star for the Milwaukee Bucks, saying this about Eric Bledsoe after the game. Eric can go 12 of 14, score 30 points, and still get everyone involved. He's a pass-first point guard. We play faster and more together with him. He makes the game a lot easier for me, Malcolm, Chris, and Brooke. I do have to say that after playing not so well with the Milwaukee Bucks last season, receiving a lot of flack for his play, especially in the playoffs of the Milwaukee Bucks last season, Eric Bledsoe has been more solid so far this year. Now, he's still not the best thing ever, but he's been a lot better, and he'll have games like this where he does do a lot for the Milwaukee Bucks. And considering that the first seed in the Eastern Conference, I don't think you're gonna find too many people complaining about Eric Bledsoe right now. So Buddy Hield hits the first game winner of his career against the Detroit Pistons. It was a game-winning 3 at the buzzer that I think 99 times out of 100 Buddy Hield might have missed, because that's how awkward of a shot it was. But because it was against the Pistons, it went in, because the basketball gods clearly just hate the Pistons. Buddy Hield with 35 points in this one though, while Blake Griffin had 38 points for Detroit, while Luke Kennard also continues to play well. I'm telling you guys, this guy is about to be a problem in the NBA. You heard it here first. Anyways, after hitting the first buzzer beater of his career, Buddy Hield claimed that a Detroit Pistons fan tried to trip him. The lady almost tripped me. She put it up high. Thank God for my track background, I was able to hurdle over the wire. I can't imagine anything ruining an NBA player's day worse after they make their first buzzer beater, game-winning buzzer beater, than being tripped by a lady on the sidelines after doing that. Just think, it's your big moment, it's finally your turn to shine, and then bang, you face plant because of a salty fan. Yeah, I'd be pretty upset too. It doesn't seem like it was too long ago that I thought the Memphis Grizzlies were once again a respectable team in the NBA. I guess this just goes to show you how quickly things really can change in the NBA, as with this loss to the Toronto Raptors, the Grizzlies have now lost 11 of their last 12 games. I don't think there's a team more serious in the NBA right now in regards to tanking as the Memphis Grizzlies. Once again, they have lost 11 of their last 12 games. And this game ended in the third quarter when the Toronto Raptors outscored the Grizzlies 45-14. Danny Green going 7 of 9 from beyond the arc in that quarter. In this game as a whole, Green hit 8 threes to score 24 points. And of course, the crowd in the Air Canada Center was going crazy, chanting Danny Green's name what seemed like the entire quarter. And Danny Green said after the game that he hasn't heard that since he was a little kid from his parents on the sidelines, and that it was a fun experience. Fun for him, not so much for any Memphis Grizzlies fans out there. By the way, there was no Kawhi Leonard for the Toronto Raptors in this game. And now we have to talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder getting the very narrow 117-115 win over the Philadelphia 76ers. And this one was in a very dramatic way, as Paul George converted a 4-point play with 5 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter to get the Thunder the win. George finished the game with 31 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, while Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook added added 21 points each. Meanwhile, for the Philadelphia 76ers, it was Joel Embiid leading the way with 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. The real talking point of this game though comes via Joel Embiid versus Russell Westbrook, as the two of them got into it a little bit. And these are two of the more passionate players in the league, so you already knew that this was going to be interesting. And the cause for this altercation was because of a hard foul that Joel Embiid committed on Russell Westbrook on a fast break play. When after Embiid fouled Westbrook, he also fell on top of Westbrook, and that's what Westbrook took exception to. After the game, Russell Westbrook saying, "I don't think he just landed on me, he had a little extra to it." Joel Embiid, on the other hand, is saying that that wasn't necessarily the case, as he said, "I think I was going for the block, and I think he lost the ball, but I was already in the air. I don't know why he was mad, I have no idea, but he's always in his feelings, so I have no idea." Absolute shots fired right there from Joel Embiid, saying that Russell Westbrook is always in his feelings. And Russell Westbrook, when asked if he's still cool with Joel Embiid after this incident, simply said no. Well, that's not all he said. There was also another word in there, but you get the picture. Joel Embiid and Russell Westbrook don't seem cool anymore, even though I don't think they were ever cool in the first place. Also, for the Philadelphia 76ers, this was their 19th straight loss to the OKC Thunder. And that is going to do it for all of the games that we have to talk about from last night. I really hope that you guys are enjoying these videos and are also enjoying the much earlier times that they're being posted, pretty much just hours after the game's complete. And if you are enjoying the videos, then go ahead and smack that like button, as well as make sure that you are subscribed to the channel with post notifications turned on, so you can stay up to date with everything that goes on in the NBA on a daily basis. Now though, it is time to get into the player of the day, where you guys had the opportunity to vote for who you think was the best player in the league last night by clicking the little eye icon in the top right hand corner of the video. Just remember though, the only players whose team won are eligible to win player of the day. And yesterday, that player was none other than Kyrie Irving, with his 32 points, 11 assists, and 7 rebounds in the Boston Celtics win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Thank you once again for watching though. You guys already know that you are the real MVPs, and until tomorrow, I am out of here. Peace!